Hey people, what's cracking? I just had a go with a Steelseries Rival 10, and I will be doing a review on it based on 5 points. It will cover the design, the sensor, features, build quality, and the comfort of a mouse. Now, each one of those points that I mentioned counts 2 points. So, at the end of the review, I'm going to give it a score out of 10 and my personal opinion on it. So, without further ado, let's jump into it.
Okay, so as for the design of a mouse, here's a nice close-up of it so you can see how nice it looks. As you can see, it's a right-handed design, and for the most part you can see it's a bit more angled out to the side, and I must say it helps to improve how it feels. Okay, so there's where your thumb rests. It's very nice. Here you can see the bulge of the mouse more towards the left, and here's the right side's grip. As you can see, the buttons don't really have a comfort groove. And okay, so the specs of the mouse is that it has a TrueMove 3 sensor rated at 12,000 CPI, split trigger design with Omron switches rated at 50 million clicks. It's lightweight at 90 grams, and overall it has Steelseries engine software and it's ergonomic. Right, it's the spin out test now. As you can see, I can't make it spin out even with really hard flicks. Now it's time for the tilt slam test. Also can't make it spin out. Okay, it's time for the mouse acceleration test. Perfect. Okay, as you can see, the lift-off distance is 1 credit card thick on a cloth pad. And let's quickly add second. Okay, so the lift-off distance is only about 1 DVD or 1 credit card, so there you go. Okay, now I will be doing a reflex test so you can see how good the sensor can snap. Alright, so that was totally first try. I got 83% accuracy, so the only reasons I missed is because I probably suck, but as you can see, the sensor is fast enough to snap exactly to where it needs to be. Alright, it's the reaction time test, so let's see. Okay, so as you can see, my average reflex time is about, let's say, 230 plus minus. So I know my reaction times ain't the fastest, but this will be roughly a guide just to show you how quickly you could respond with it. Okay, so the Steelseries Rival was holding up very well. Now we move on to the next point, and that is the feature set. Now it gets the Steelseries engine app, so all you actually do is you go to Google and you type in Steelseries app. That's basically all you have to know. The top website, and you will see here are the download links. Now, after you've downloaded and installed the app, let me just quickly open it up. Alright, here you will see any Steelseries component that you have installed on your computer. So mine here, I've only ever owned the Rival 310 as my first SteelSeries mouse or anything. So okay, as you can see, here's the layout for your mouse, which buttons there are. There's two side buttons here which you can program to be a macro or whatever. And here's the sensitivity. You only have two sensitivity options. I use 500 and 600 because I'm most comfortable with it. As you can see, you can adjust the acceleration of your mouse and the deceleration, but don't bother with that, because acceleration, deceleration will only throw your game off. There's also angle snapping, and the mouse has a polling rate of 1000 Hz. So that's the basics. And when we, let me just see, when we go back to the app, just need to see how, okay, there are different apps. You can use Prism Sync to get the RGB lighting to match up with your keyboard, your mouse pad, motherboard, and even your SteelSeries headset. Discord notifications. In other words, if someone is messaging you, your scroll wheel, you can put it that your scroll wheel and your light can go on and off. Audio visualizer, I think that mostly works on the keyboard. And then you also get apps for games. In CSGO, for example, you can make the scroll wheel with a health bar, so stuff like that. Actually pretty cool. And then, as you can see, here's a library with where you can put your games setups correctly, and no need to change the stuff in-game, as you can do it from here. So that's the feature set.
Okay, so I must say the overall build quality of the mouse is really nice. This is a really tough plastic, and here is the texturized rubber. It's actually nice and soft, so it won't irritate you over a long period. And yeah, I must say, it feels really nice in your hand. And now let's do a quick button test. As far as I know, these are Omron switches that are rated at 50 million clicks, so you can know this mouse will last almost an eternity. Okay, here's the left click. Middle mouse. The buttons. Now, just one thing that I could say they could do better is just that the triggers are, you can hear it's a little bit loose. You won't get accidental clicks with it, but you can, I don't like it when it can do that. Okay, now for the shake test. Okay, so there is a little bit of a rattle, and that's caused by the scroll wheel. So that is the weakness of this mouse, is its scroll wheel. And overall, the glide pads, I must say, they are really smooth. No need to change them. They are placed optimally. So yeah, as far as build quality would go, I would say very good constructed. Only criticisms is maybe the buttons. These buttons and the scroll wheel. That would be my main concerns. As for the cable, it's not braided, but at least it doesn't, as you can see, it's flexible enough, so it won't bother you. I mean, only time it's moving is when I pull it, so it's very flexible at least. Okay, and now we come to the last step of comfort. Now, as far as it goes, we can all see this is not an ambidextrous mouse. It is intended for right-handed users. And now it's time to explain the different grips. Now, the way I can put it, my hand. If you look here from the base, from the base, the palm of my hand, to my middle finger top. That's 18 centimeters of my hand. And when we take it from where my thumb is pushing all the way down to my pinky's knuckle, that's how wide my hand is. Now that's about 10 centimeters, 10.3 to be precise. So what this generally means is I won't have to prefer a mouse that has a 2-to-1 ratio. By that I mean the length being 2 times as long as the width. But what I can say is, for the different grip styles, if you are a palm gripper, I personally am, you will see this mouse fits my hand nicely for an 18 centimeter hand. So probably I would recommend it for about 15 centimeter hands to about, I'd say, max 19. For claw grippers, you will get a bit more range, but it won't fit small hands so well. So I'd say about 16 centimeters to about 20. And for fingertip, I would probably argue that your hand should be between 16 and 21 centimeters if you want to use fingertip. So yes, and my opinions on the comfort, I must say, this mice sits really nice in my hand. My thumb doesn't get sore from gripping here. My fingers lay nicely on the buttons, and my pinky and my ring finger are also nicely secured here. Sometimes I will find myself where my ring finger gets off of the rubber coating, but that's no big problem. So yes, I must say, comfort wise, it's very comfortable. Like sometimes I just sit here and just hold my mouse because it feels so nice. So that will conclude it. Okay, so we came to the end of our testing and it's time for me to give you the results. Okay, so for the design, I will give it a 2 because I think for right-handed users it just makes totally sense. For the sensor, obviously a 2. Pixar have been working with Steelseries to create a optimized 3360 sensor, which is pretty much borderline top range. The feature set, here I will also give it a 2. I have used some other mice's software. They gave the same kind of things, but the extra features that you get with Steelseries is what sets it apart. That's why I give it a 2. It has the extra goodies. Build quality, despite the buttons and the scroll wheel that are a bit loose for me, I would still give it a 1.5, as it is still very solid. You can like squeeze the thing and you can feel it won't buckle under pressure and stuff like that. And as far as comfort go, me personally, I'd say my hands suit it. Comfort is a bit subjective. It fits me really nice, but it's not going to say it's going to fit you very nice. So I would say for the average person, if I could say an average hand was about 18 centimeters on a male and probably about 16 or 15 on a female, by let's say an average of 10 and 8 on a female hand, then I would say female hands would definitely, if you were a palm gripper, go for it, all that stuff. Males, if you have a bit of a large hand, I would rather suggest getting the Rival 600 because that is an all-rounded bigger mouse. So that will conclude that. Okay, so now for comfort, I will give it about a 1.5. It is very comfortable, but like I said, it's subjective. I can't really give you an exact value on that. Okay, so total score is 9 out of 10. That's how good I rate this mouse. Now for a $60 mouse or a 1,200 Rand mouse here in South Africa, I would probably say it's one of the best $60 mice you can buy at this moment. If I would put it in a way that if you want it to match nicely with your system or stuff, and you don't prefer the Zowie's the BenQ Zowies and stuff that are just plain basic mice, then I highly recommend this mouse. If you have a bit extra to chuck, maybe get the Rival 600. That is pretty much the premium of this. But overall, I must say, I had a really good time with this mouse, and 9 out of 10 from me. So well done, Steelseries. You get them. Okay, so thank you all for watching, and please let me know, did you find this video helpful? Like it, dislike it, do whatever you want. Also subscribe, because there will be more content like this on my channel soon, so stay tuned and have a great one.